Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about unfinished games. Sometimes I'll randomly look at my profile on PSN Profiles, and one thing I notice is how many games I have unfinished. So I have decided to make a list of 25 games on my profile that I've started but never finished, in no particular order. I'm giving myself a challenge of trying to finish every game in this list, but I'm not going to give myself a time frame because I'm not awake enough to commit to anything. However, I will be making update videos once I finish a few. The first game on my list is Arcade Paradise. This game is the first on my list for a reason, because I have never experienced rage to the point where I wanted to throw my controller until I played this game. At one point, I even recommended this game to someone, and he ended up getting the platinum before me, which made me rage even more. It's rated a 3 out of 10 difficulty on PSNP, and I could not disagree more. In my opinion, it's at least a 6 out of 10 because of the number of times I had to play Zombat. While in a lot of the games the controls are arse, Zombat is one of the worst offenders. Having said that, Gravichase is the bane of my existence. Arcade Paradise is a simulator game, so obviously I had to start it. And it's sad because when you start out doing laundry, it's more fun than when you upgrade to an arcade. I have 10 trophies left and I'm dreading going back, but I know I need to eventually. The second game on my list is Barn Finders. I started this game not too long ago and I enjoyed it, but I ran out of money in the game and I was too lazy to make more, so I just stopped playing. I thought it was a pretty fun game, even if it's just you exploring barns looking for valuables to sell for more money. I've only got 9 of the 29 trophies, so I'm not even close to finishing. I have found it very difficult recently to stick to games unless I get addicted in the first hour of playing because if I lose interest, I find it very hard to get back into it. But if it made it onto this list, it means I want to get it done, so I need to lock in. The next game on my list is No Place Like Home. I was wanting to start this for a while, and when I did end up starting it, I got pretty far, but you know how sometimes when you're playing a game, you get to a point where it just falls off and you don't really know what to do, and you just feel overwhelmed, and it's not much fun after that? That happened to me while playing this game. I have 25 of the 35 trophies, so I don't have too much left. I just lost interest, so now it's probably going to be hard to get back into. But it must be done. The fourth game is Monster Hunter Wilds. I started it not too long after it came out, and I got 5 of the 50 trophies. It's my first Monster Hunter game, and I wasn't sure what to expect. I like the character creation, and the fighting is fun because you can choose a weapon that matches the style of how you play. I do want to play this game, but I want to go back with a friend because it turns out I'm not very good at it. The controls take a lot of getting used to, so when I go back to it, I need to fully commit because my brain doesn't do well with all the different controls. The fifth game on my list is Cooking Mama Cookstar. I remember buying this game because when I was younger, I used to play it on my Nintendo DS. However, one thing I did not remember was how hard it was to get gold on all the levels. I guess when I was younger I didn't care about completion and clearly did the bare minimum to scrape past each level. I managed to get 21 of the 36 trophies. The main hurdle I faced with this game was the Friar levels. I know that if I keep trying to get the Friar level done, I will be fine, but the mood I was in at the time, it was giving up after one failure. I also have the disc version, so not wanting to move my fat ass off the sofa to change the disc is another contributing factor as to why this game is unfinished. The next game on my list is Candleman. I found this game while browsing the shop and it looked really cool, so I bought it without knowing much about it. As it turns out, the game was a platformer, which I didn't notice, so when I started playing it, it struck me, wow, I suck at this. I got stuck for what felt like 3 years on one level because I kept messing up with the same jump. I didn't even learn from my failure, I just kept continuing the same mistake over and over. I think I even got worse at one point, and then finally I beat the level, only to find out the next level is harder. So naturally, I gave up as any true gamer would. I only have 6 of the 16 trophies for this game. I really do want to get it done to prove to myself that I can actually finish at least one platformer. Next up is Coral Island. I really do love this game, and I remember the main reason I stopped playing was because I spent ages trying to catch a specific fish and I just couldn't get one, so I rage quit. But the game is really fun and I really want to go back, but the platinum list is quite daunting. I do have over half the trophies with 33 out of the 50. I know this game is going to be horrible to get back into, so this one I'm actually dreading, but it must be done. The next game on my list is Dark Pictures Man of Medan. I started this game because someone asked for help with the multiplayer trophies, and because I'm the nicest person to exist ever, I decided to help. When I started this channel, I would get the platinum for games 3 or 4 times. I was trying to get the platinum for this game 4 times, which in hindsight was a horrible mistake because I got the multiplayer trophies for 4 versions. I only want to get 2 versions done now. But for this video, I only need to complete 1, which will probably end up in me doing both versions. I have 9 of the 31 trophies, so I have a lot of trophies and playthroughs left for this one. The 9th game on my list is Suicide Squad. I have 34 out of the 51 trophies for this game. The only reason I started it was because it came to PlayStation Plus. Every time I played, it was with someone else because I couldn't bear to play it by myself. The story section of this game is short, and I have that done already. However, the end game grind is truly something else, in the worst way possible. This will have to be one of the first ones I finish because I know it's shutting down. There is an offline mode now, but I'm not sure if everything will be obtainable, so better to be safe than sorry and get it done now before it's too late. The next game on my list is Infamous First Light. I played the entire story for this game and got all the open world collectibles, but what put me off is the arena part. I managed to get 11 out of the 25 trophies, and it turns out the rest of the trophies are from the arena. I played a few rounds of the arena and I didn't have fun, so I just gave up. I want to tidy up my list, so I'm going to have to force myself to go back and finish this horrible game mode. Next up is LEGO 2K Drive. I only have 9 out of the 39 trophies for this game, and honestly, I might be one of the worst drivers on console games, but I want to try and finish this one. I'm pretty sure the reason I gave up playing this game was because I spent 30 minutes trying to win a race and failed, so once again, I rage quit. Obviously, there's a pattern here of me rage quitting, but in my opinion, they're all valid. If I do end up getting this platinum, it will be one of the rarest in my collection. The next game on my list is Adventure Time Pirates of the Enchiridion. Probably said that wrong, but I can't really read, so I did my best. For this game, I got 11 out of the 36 trophies, and I remember the reason I gave up on this one is because I kept getting my ass handed to me by those flying elves, and I got fed up. It isn't a terrible game, I just rage quit before I finished it. Now that I am super chill and have 0 anger issues, I will go back to it and finish this off before it makes me rage again. Next on my list is Lost Words Beyond the Page. I got 7 out of the 22 trophies for this game. I stopped playing just because I found it so boring. What finished me off was when I realized I missed a collectible, and the thought of restarting the whole game felt like such a chore that it was impossible, so I gave up. I know it's going to be difficult to go back, but I just have to toughen up and fight through the boredom. Next up on my list is Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I have 16 of the 50 trophies. I played this game around the time it was released, and I remember it was fun, but I did struggle with some missions. I remember the mission I stopped at was in the opera and I just couldn't do it. I went back a few years ago, but at that point I couldn't get back into it. Even this year I've tried to play it again, and I even bought the DLC to force myself to play, but to no avail. Eventually, I think I'm just gonna have to pull the restart method to finish this one off. The next game is Far Cry Primal. This is another game I played when it came out. I remember loving it and thought the idea of having mammoths in a game was amazing. I got 18 of the 51 trophies, and the reason I stopped playing is, you guessed it, I got stuck and rage quit. I remember one of the camps kept kicking my ass, and it was so frustrating that I just gave up playing. I'm actually looking forward to going back to this one, but I'm hoping I don't start back and get angry and then quit the game again. Next on my list is LEGO City Undercover. I got 17 of the 49 trophies, and I remember when I played this originally, I wasn't into trophy hunting, and I completed the story and stopped playing, which sounds crazy to say now because I never just play games for the story anymore. It's not that I don't enjoy story games, because I do, but now I just feel the need to platinum every game I play. This is the disc that's in my PlayStation right now, so my lazy ass will hopefully get this done first, so I don't have to keep transitioning discs. Number 17 on my list is The Sims 4. I know there's a way to get the platinum for this by using someone else's save, but I don't want to do that. I may be lazy, but I really enjoy the game and want it in the trophies that I get. I only have 7 out of the 51 trophies, but I can't remember exactly why I stopped playing. I know I got one of my Sims to max celebrity status and then just lost interest. When I get back into it, I want to try and do the 50-something generations trophy, because that one is probably going to take the longest. The next game is The Outer Worlds. The sequel is coming out this year, and that makes me want to get the platinum for this game even more. I have 32 of the 49 trophies, and I was pretty put off by the trophy where you have to finish the game on the hardest difficulty. I think I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and try and do it because I do love the game, and I'm super excited for the next one. Now that there is also a PS5 version, I'm going to get the platinum twice. Or at least try. Next on my list is Maneater. The idea of this game is really cool, and I do like it, but I'm just so bad at it. I've been stuck on the same crocodile for years. Every single time I go back to it, I get ripped to shreds by it. I don't know if it'll be any different when I go back to it again, but I would like to think I can push through and beat that stupid crocodile. I only have 4 out of the 45 trophies, so it's like I haven't even started. I have the disc for this one, but I probably won't use it because I have next to no progress done. Up next on my list is Detroit Become Human. I have 30 of the 49 trophies for this game. I can't remember why I stopped playing, but I'm guessing it's probably the multiple playthroughs and the fact I kept missing the QuickTime events, which was so flipping annoying. I played this when it came out and I really did enjoy it. In fact, it was one of the few games I actually played to the end back then. For the time it came out, it was actually a very good looking game, and the story was one of the best I've experienced, even to this day. Number 21 on my list is Game of Thrones from Telltale. This one actually got delisted from the PlayStation Store, and I actually had to buy the disc. It cost me 35 quid, and I'm still not sure if I was ripped off or not, but whatever. I only got 1 trophy for this one, and I felt like I just couldn't leave it like that. For me, Telltale games are quite hard to get through, which is odd because I don't mind text adventure games. But I think it's the QuickTime events. My slow brain always misses them, so I don't have much fun, which makes it hard for me to want to complete them. For the next game, we are continuing with the Telltale theme, and it's The Wolf Among Us. I have heard there is a second one being made, so I really do want to get this one done before the next one comes out. I got 6 of the 36 trophies for this one. The same issue I had for this one was the QuickTime events. I don't think my reaction times have improved, but my resolve has, so I'm ready for this one to be finished. The next game on my list is Far Cry New Dawn. I managed to get 21 of the 51 trophies for this game before I stopped playing, and I remember exactly why. There is a mission where you infiltrate a prison and need to escape, and I kept dying over and over again, so I just gave up. I have since gone back to platinum most of the other Far Cry games, and I want to do the same for this one. I like Far Cry games a lot, so I'm actually looking forward to going back and playing it again. Plus, I love the pink colours they added to everything. Number 24 on my list is Spyro the Dragon. I have 7 of the 37 trophies for this one. I do have the Reignited trilogy, and I want to complete them all eventually, but I'm going to start with the first one. I remember playing Spyro 3 on my PS1 when I was young. Well, I used to watch my sister play mostly because she was older and the console was in her room, so I was like the moral support. I do have fond memories of Spyro, so I was very excited when they announced the trilogy was coming to PS4. I'm not very good at platformers, like I've said probably 100 times now, so I feel like the platinum for these 3 games is going to be quite difficult for me, but I do want to get them done. Finally, the last game on my list is Mass Effect Andromeda. I have 26 of the 56 trophies for this game. I started this not long after I completed the trilogy, and the disappointment was real. However, I didn't hate it. I wouldn't give it a 5-burger review or anything, but I did have fun, which is what really matters. The platinum for this Mass Effect game seems a bit heavier than the other 3, so I did find it hard to stick to, but I'm hoping that I will get to finish this one. I would be lying if I said I wasn't worried about the next Mass Effect game after what happened with Dragon Age, and the abysmal writing that came out of the newest entry. I will try and have a little bit of hope for the next one, but they have made it really hard. In the meantime, I do want to start a new game of Andromeda because my character looks really weird, so I want to make a new one. I'm determined to get this platinum. And that was the list of games I want to finish and get the platinum in. I think I have a decent variety of games, so I'm hoping I don't get too bored after the first game. It would be nice to get the platinum in all these games, but I usually doubt my ability to finish games to the end, so with any luck, I'm going to prove myself wrong. My plan is to make a video once I finish 5 games, so I'll end up with 5 more videos in this series. I'm working on a few different things as well, so hopefully I can get those posted if I can stop getting ill every 5 minutes. If you made it this far, I want to say a big thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one.